I can't sleep. Freaking insomnia. It's 4:30 in the morning. And my mind just will not shut off. Isn't it silly? I think this happens to most people I've heard. You think the same thoughts every day, like 90% of the thoughts you think are the thoughts you thought before. Like, what is the point of this repetitive BS? So I think maybe it helps me if I can talk. I don't have anyone to talk to, so that's why I do these videos, just complain about my life. I had to hard restart my Chromebook, and I feel like Disney Plus is gonna start running in the background. So I'll shut it off if it does. But, yeah, I think I want to start dating again. I'm lonely. I sort of have a man in my life, like a long-term, low-commitment, casual situationship, but it's sort of a source of stress more than... Things changed over time. My head runs this crazy loop of thoughts about, like, my frustrations when I'm trying to get it out and it's not coming out. So I'm thinking over time doing this, it'll make it easier for me to talk. I take long gaps to organize my thoughts and get lost along the way. But when I'm laying here trying to sleep, it just races and races through my head. Like, shut up. I wish I had just a switch that I could just be like, okay, good night. That would be so nice. But no. Yeah, I just miss having companionship. Someone to talk to. Not to, like, trauma dump necessarily, just to be around. He's not around. He's very busy. He's obsessed with his work. He works a lot. He's running 3 different companies. And half of the year he's out of the province besides. That's been interesting, and that's something that runs through my head a lot. Are all the things about this new business he's running that I wish I could advise him, because the way he does things are not what I'm familiar with in terms of public-facing service sector work. Like, he's used to a tech, agile work environment where things are really flexible, and the place now where he's working is, well, the place he's operating, he's owning, he's the boss, is not any type of work environment that he's ever been in before, and he had to learn things that were surprising to me, that he didn't know how to use a debit machine, or just, I don't know how much detail I want to get into, because it'll sort of give away where he is and what he's doing, but maybe it wouldn't matter. he's a very private person, so. But yeah, he went over somewhere else, bought this business, desperately scraped for staff, got staff that are not professional at all, but there's a limited labor pool, so he felt like he didn't have a choice. But also because he's unfamiliar with this type of operation, he's letting his staff tell him how to do the job, which I've met some of them, and well, I think they're well-meaning people, but they're sort of backwards. And also I think they're exploiting his ignorance about the whole thing, because it's just not like, I've worked in hospitality and customer service for most of my life, and I've never seen a setup like the way things are going there. It's just weird to me. And so it all just runs around in my head. Like, I give him advice, but he doesn't take it, so I can't keep thinking about this because it's just making me crazy, and he's gonna do what he's gonna do, and it's not my business. I do care about him and I want to help him, but I don't know how. And I think he doesn't want my help. Like, he wants me to help him in other capacities, but really he wants to have a reason to be helping me, which I don't, because of the nature of our relationship, I don't really get it. But it's good, I guess. I mean, thank you for that. But he's had to micromanage me. Well, even when I do things right, he thinks there could be something wrong and has to go over my work anyway, so it's like, he's so busy, but me, I'm not really helping him with the work I'm doing for his other company. I don't know, man, it's just weird. Fortunately, I'll be going back to work soon. I won't be doing patient care anymore. I'll be a meal helper. It's a permanent position, and I'm hoping the scheduling will be regular, so like I'll know what days I'm working all the time, and it's a short midday shift, which is kind of nice actually. I don't have to get up early. I don't have to change diapers. I don't have to do patient transfers. I shouldn't say diaper. I always call it a brief when I'm with the patients. I call it a brief. It's not a diaper. There'll still be some interesting things about, like, interesting. I mean, patient behaviors. Everyone has to cope with that. And there's gonna be some. Where I'm going, I know some of the patients there, and it's a mixed bag. But I'm just realizing my eyes are like looking asymmetrical even when I try to put my head straight. Is this one lower? Maybe I'm fucking tired. I've been up for almost 24 hours. Whatever, I'm used to the third shift or the second shift, but I'm supposed to have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, well, today, for my wrist. I hurt my wrist in February. It is the last day of July, and all this time I haven't been able to go work because they need me to be cleared to return. It's, a safety issue for me, but also the patients and the other staff if they don't have a certificate showing that I can work safely, because this injury, it did affect my ability to pull things, to pick things up. It still causes me pain sometimes, but it's a lot better than it was, and the job I'll be doing is going to be a lot less strenuous than the job I was doing. Pardon me. Despite that, they still require this doctor thing, so they gotta fill out a form. Some doctor. I have not been able to see my GP the whole time this was going on. I saw someone else at her practice, but they didn't even ask for x-rays or anything, and then work needed an additional documentation because I was still not able, like, it was very painful at the start, but so I went to a clinic over the border and had to pay for that appointment and a doctor's note, and that doctor ordered imaging, did some x-rays, and I thought for sure when my GP saw that, because I asked them to send the results to her, the office would contact me to review it, but they didn't. Healthcare here is really in the crapper. I think most of Canada feels this way. It's a strained system. Anyway, I have been trying to get in to see my doctor. I even contacted the member of the provincial parliament to see if they could do anything, which the lady thought it was a good thing that she figured out there was a time of day I could call and talk to a human. Like, that's not something I've ever been able to do. But they couldn't do anything for me. They just told me a different time to call for the automated system. And the other option is to log into the internet at a specific time, twice a month at 8 in the morning. See if you can schedule something that way, but there's never anything available. So anyway, yeah, the across the border doctor was quite astute. He checked, like, I thought all the swelling had gone down, but he compared both my hands and was able to tell that it was this tendon right here that was swollen. Just this little thing was so painful. At the start, it swelled up, and then it swelled up even more, and it was hurting so much I couldn't even, like, do anything with my hand. Anything I tried to do I couldn't. It was so painful. So then I went to the emergency room because I thought I had a blood clot or something. They thought it was tendinitis, so fine. The swelling did go down, the pain's gradually gone away, but it's been 5 months of this. I mean, it was sort of nice to be able to relax, but at the same time stressful because, like, the work I'm doing for my friend, I don't care for it, and I'd rather not be doing it. I want to be caring for people, helping people in their lives. I love working at the hospital, working with the patients. It's a difficult job, but it's also, it can be fun. It's rewarding. Especially the older patients are really cute. Sometimes not. Those sundowners, they are exciting to care for. If you can. Oh gosh. I remember this one person just had no idea what was going on. Just, I don't know, I think she felt like she was being imprisoned. And I know what that feels like from being involuntarily committed. It's a terrible feeling, but she wouldn't trust anyone. She wouldn't take any medication. She wouldn't let you touch her. She would kick and scream and scratch and just... Those little old ladies, they have incredible strength. I don't know. I guess because they're so triggered, it's like they're... What do you call it? It's like the parts of the brain that are more basic and primal and that fight and flight stuff. Oh, it's so sad to have to be living like that all the time. Like, even during the day, this person had trouble. She wouldn't even lay down to sleep. She'd sleep sitting up, like she needed to run away right away or something. Anyway, enough about the patients. I don't want to, like, break confidentiality. But it's interesting, and I'm gonna miss it a lot. But I think just being a meal helper is maybe more my speed right now until I can feel like my health is more stable or something. I'll try to find some other respite work, home care stuff. I think it could be good. Anyway, I've got to see this doctor today, and I'm having to pay a lot of money for this doctor to fill out a form for me. Some of it'll be reimbursed, but it sucks because I'm not making much money at all right now, but we're getting by. So, okay, I think the hamster wheel in my head is starting to slow down. Chattering monkey can go to sleep maybe. We'll see. I might have to just stay up. It's almost 5 in the morning. I'm used to working on no sleep. At least, I know the next day I can sleep. I can try. But of course, sometimes it makes it worse. It's I'll go through a stint of 2 or 3 nights where I only get a couple hours a night, which I don't like that. Maybe some people can pull it off, but I really need my sleep. It catches up with me really quickly if I'm not sleeping. And it's summer, so the kids are here and I'm very busy with them also. At least they're a bit older now, so they can do a lot of things on their own to entertain themselves, which they got hobbies and things to do. But I hope before the summer's over we can get out and do some interesting stuff. They did get to go to a water park with their uncle recently. It was Monday. Today's Wednesday. He was visiting also from out of province, so that was really nice to see him, and the kids were really happy to have a chance to get out and play. It's good. Okay. I'm gonna try to get some shut-eye. Hopefully I wake up at the right time and don't miss my appointment. I'll see you all later.